Hello, guys. This is Derek here. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone is staying safe, especially during this time. Uh, we all have to come together and really support each other, whether we are performers, whether we are artists, whether we're just human beings. Yeah, coming together and really supporting one another. So I want to thank Unrestricted Stage for giving me this opportunity to share with you guys uh, about some thoughts and hopefully some tips on what I see is moving forward, going into life for performers in the performing arts. So I'm not sure if all of you do know a little bit about me. I am currently now teaching in uh, Sunway University, and I am also teaching uh, my e-commerce and marketing analytics in Sunway University. Um, and I'm just waiting to see if, yeah. Yes. So I want to thank Unrestricted Life for this opportunity for everyone to come together, especially performers. I know that this is a very tough time for everyone, and we need a stage for everyone to. Hi, everyone. Hello. Okay, sorry, a little bit of technical difficulty there. My fault. So, hi everyone. My name's Derek, and I'm so happy to be part of Unrestricted Stage. I thank Unrestricted Stage for the really wonderful opportunity for performers, artists, and basically everybody, just to share their talent, their wonderful insights, just to educate and to inspire and to really bring people together during this time. Um, I I must say that this is really a first for the Malaysian performing arts scene, and I feel that this is a really, really great way for performers and artists to really come together and support each other. That's the most important thing. Yeah. Thank you, Nino, for that really wonderful reading of Sang Kancheo. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Um, it's been a while since I had my BM exam, so I hope I understood everything. But really, thank you, Nino, for that really wonderful reading. And even after this presentation of mine, I hope you guys also uh, watch all the other performances, and I think I want to thank all the organizers from Unrestricted Stage to for their effort in really bringing this to the fold. Okay, so just a little bit about me. I'm basically teaching in Sunway University right now, and I am been teaching there since 2007. Um, I've been teaching marketing research primarily, and then I moved on to teach a bit of e-commerce, digital marketing a little bit, and I'm going to be teaching marketing analytics. So yeah, I'm really in the business school and in the marketing department as well. So I've been asked to share with you some of my thoughts on performing arts going live, especially going online. And I know that a lot of people would really like to find out what's going to happen moving forward, especially in the post COVID-19 pandemic. So if you have any comments or any questions you want to post up, please do post it out on the chat here. I will try my best to get to all the questions, and hopefully we will be able to learn something together. Yeah, it's not only me talking. I would like to hear from you guys as well. And I want to special thanks to my moderator Vijay, who is at the back, helping everything out, looking for us. Hi Vijay, thank you very much. So I'm just gonna get right to it, and this is really, hopefully it won't turn out to be a lecture, but it's more of just a sharing of what my thoughts are about performing arts going forward. Yeah. Okay. So let me get this out here. Right. So this is me, and I've entitled my presentation "Performing Arts in the Age of Social Distancing." Yeah. How are we going to go online, and how are we going to reach out for more people? Okay. So technically, what is important for us to note is that um, we are going to have a lot of things that's going to change. So hopefully within this 40 minutes, I'm going to try and cover as much as possible, and really share with you what are my thoughts, and hopefully I can also give you some tips for performing artists to go ahead. Yeah. So we're going to talk a little bit about the realities. But within those realities, we are also going to find out what are the opportunities that is rising from these realities. Okay. Then I'm going to give you a little bit of my insights on what is building a strong branding. Why do we need a website, especially if you want people to know about you? And if, let's say, you don't want to build a website, how do we use social media to the best of our abilities? Okay. And I'm going to also explain to you a little bit about why social media is so important and how powerful social media can be. Um, and the 3 E's I call experience, engage, and empower, which is something that I'll explain to you also. And hopefully other things that can help us along the way when we communicate. Think about your digital brand and track responses from your fans, especially. Okay. So I know that not many people are watching, or maybe there are people watching, but I would really, really like some people to comment if you have any questions about what do you think are the biggest concerns about performing online. you know so do post up some answers about performing online, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to these questions, and I'm going to also find out if I can post them up. So I want you to really, really think about, to spend a few minutes to think about as I go along my presentation, to think about what is your biggest concern about performing online. Okay. Um, I like to draw parallelism about performing online and also teaching online. Okay. We are all uh, in this together. We are all in such a new wave. I remember when my university told us that we had to go teach online. uh, I literally had about 2 weeks or maybe 1 week, just to reframe my thoughts and reframe my entire way of doing things to bring my teaching online. It was not something I would say that was easy. Even for myself, it was not easy, but it was something that we all had to adapt. And at the same time, also, we had to help each other to also adapt to this new normal. All right. So do have this in mind, and I'm just going to continue on. So performing, the reality is that post MCO, things are definitely not going to go back to the same. I'm glad that the government has just announced that the theaters are able to reopen again, but of course with a very restricted capacity, as well as there will be strong, strict SOPs in place as well. Uh, as a matter of fact, I do have some theater tickets that I bought, and I don't even know whether the show is going to be on or not. But I hope the show is going to be on, because it's a show that I've really, really wanted to watch for a very, very long time. So hopefully, yeah. So in this respect, I guess all of us as artists, all of you as performers and theater, or even stage, we've got to find new ways to adapt. And that is a reality. We have to really, really find new ways to adapt. And one of the best things about being a performer is that all of you are creative, or all of us are creative. So being creative does not only mean being how should I say, creative in a sense of we can do this, we can perform this, we can do that, but it's also about being resourceful. Yeah. So I think creativity also covers resourcefulness, and I mean, look at this unrestricted stage. What a way to highlight performance, and bring performance to a stage where it really is unrestricted, because we are not restricted by geography, by time, and all that. So this is a great innovation, I would say, that the unrestricted stage has given. So what are my thoughts of performing arts in the age of social distancing? Um, Based on all those realities, of course, there are opportunities that we can see. And one of the things is, this is the time where you can rethink about building your brand. Yeah. Your brand is so important right now. Your brand is so important right now, because branding is something that a lot of people tend to not care about. But I, I can share with you that in marketing, it's something very, very important. Branding is not just about a product. Okay, I of course I won't call performance a product, but branding is important in every aspect of our life. Even on your own personally, you have to know how to brand yourself. Okay. Um, Also engagement. You got to look for real new ways to engage your fans. See, your fans want to talk to you. Your fans wants to communicate with you. How can you now take this time to think about what are the ingenious ways to engage with your fans? How do you get to know what your fans want? And really, now is the time to give them what they want, uh, and in a new way, in a new fashion. Okay, and because you can now perform to not just local audiences, one of the best things is now you can expand your performance. You can expand your fan base, and always be open to try out new things. It can be daunting. Yeah, I know technology can be daunting, especially those of us who are technology natives. No, migrants, I call it. Yeah, technology migrants. We're not born into technology. It can be daunting, but if we don't try, we won't know. Yeah, so I myself, as you can see, I've been performing on off on stage since 2002, and I'm also currently thinking, like, will we ever go back to the new the way of performing arts? The old way of performing arts. Um, I don't perform on a professional regular basis. I do performing arts because it's a passion. For me, it's not about the money, but I know for a lot of people, it is a way of survival, and that's why they put in a lot of effort into their craft. And I feel that we should always respect artists. I think it's time that our government start recognizing that artists also deserves equal pay and fair wages. Okay, and it's not just because they are in arts, that doesn't mean that they don't have the same amount of respect in terms of financial what do you call this, financial intake. We must always support our local artists, and we must keep pressing our government to ensure that they also respect artists in their own right. So I'm going to start by telling you guys about branding. Branding is important. You got to ask yourself, what is it that you have that nobody has? Okay. Branding plays such an important part in attracting fans. It's a way for you to stand out, right? Just take, for instance, Prince. Prince is known by a symbol, okay? And he was after that known as the artist formerly known as Prince. I think if you can reach to that point where people can recognize you for a symbol, I think you have really, really established your brand. One of the best examples I always like to use is Madonna. In my classes, whenever I'm teaching something to do with branding, Madonna is the epitome of reinvention and rebranding. Looking at the span of her illustrious career, she has managed to not only rebrand to retain her fan base from the 80s, but she constantly gathers new fan base every time she rebrands herself. And I think that is quintessential Madonna style. And if we can learn something from Madonna, this is what we should learn. How do we stay ahead of times? Building a website can be easy, but you just need to take a little bit of time and effort to plan your website out, because there's a lot of free things online that you can use. WordPress, Weebly, Website, Wix, everything that it's there. But you need to also think about what are the important things you want to sell yourself about. Remember, think about your digital branding. This is where you use the power to captivate your current and potential audiences. Yeah. Great content needs to be eye-catching, needs to be pulling people in, and the website also needs to be easy to navigate. And you got to make it as simple as possible so that people can understand. Now, the other thing that I would like to also share with you that I know to be very effective is to always have a thing called call to action. Yeah, giving the audience a chance to interact with you. Now, whether that is an FAQ, whether that is a chat, whether that is a drop me an email or just connect with me and so on and so forth, or just add me on Facebook, add me on Twitter, add me on YouTube, whatever it is. This is a really great way to really find out who your fans are. And in this day and age, this is what we need to do. So I'm going to explain to you a little bit about social media platforms. Social media platforms is a great way to promote, like I said, photos, audios, videos, whatever recordings that you have from your classes, from your recordings. And this is also a way for you to use new ways to maybe engage with your fans. Okay, it could be enticing them with competitions, posting useful information, just to educate them, inspire them. And this is how you encourage a lot of feedback. You need a lot of feedback because the feedback that you get will tell you whether you're on the right track or not. And if you're on the right track, then you can really, really engage with your fans. All right. So I'm just going to break down some of the social media that you can use. Of course, the first thing will be the Facebook. Now, if you're a professional artist, I would really, really encourage you to start up your own Facebook page. Yeah, it's very simple. Try not to use your personal page because you want to separate your personal life and your professional life. Okay. For me, I don't perform professionally. That's why I'm streaming on my own personal life Facebook page. So that's okay for me. But if you are doing it professionally, I would really, really encourage you to create a professional page. And whatever professional page that you create, this is where you put up all your live shows, your clips, your recordings, and really update people about what's going on with your performances. Okay. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about stories later on because when we talk about Instagram, stories is also a great way to engage your consumers. Sorry, I'm still lecturing right now. Consumers, your fan base. Right. So Twitter. Twitter. I know a lot of Malaysians don't like to use Twitter, and I don't know why. I myself have not used Twitter for a very long time as well, but I try. But Twitter is also a great way to really tell people about your events, your upcoming events, and it's also a great way to follow and unfollow. Follow very famous people, and you know, who knows, when you follow famous people will take note of what you are doing, and they might follow you back, and then you might get a shout out from them as well. So try out Twitter if you've not tried out Twitter. Instagram. Now, this is a great way to build hype around new releases. If let's say you got new releases, and one thing good about Instagram is that you can also drill down to what people like on Instagram. You can show some love to related users. Yeah, especially if you are connecting with other peers as well. You can use Instagram to also make a video or photo collage, like creating a story. Now, what I mentioned about your story. Now, stories on Facebook and Instagram are basically announcements that go up for 24 hours and it stays there for 24 hours, kind of like a teaser when you are about to go live on a performance, or whether you're going to say anything, or whether you're going to announce anything. So this really captures the fans' attention, or whoever that you're trying to catch their attention, and it is a great way to let people know that something big is going to happen. So think about using stories. Now, if for those of you who have an account, you might also want to think about doing short performances on Spotify and save all these performances on Spotify. This can also be podcasts in terms of interviews as well, if you want to put them on, and use cross promotion on your podcasts on all your social media platform. Okay. Now, do not worry if you feel that there's too many things to cover in this presentation of mine. I am able to pass these slides. If you really want it, you can connect with me, or you can connect with Unrestricted Stage. I can pass the slides to them as well. So please do let me know if you would like more information. If you can also start a blog, your blog and your website could also be the same thing. If you're using SoundCloud, that would be great. If let's say you've got pieces you want to put on SoundCloud, give people some teaser of what your shows are. And the more posts that you get would mean that you get higher search engine rankings. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about search engine ranking, because this is important. This is how you get people's attention to try to get more people visiting your website. Okay. YouTube. YouTube is also one of the ways where you can promote yourself if you've not used YouTube before. And it's also a way that you can make money, monetize. And I'm going to show you a little bit an example of how I use my YouTube and how I managed to monetize some of my YouTubes as well. One new thing that YouTube has created is this thing called YouTube for Artists. Now, what is YouTube for Artists? Now, YouTube for Artists is really a base where YouTube has created for those people who are performance artists. Whether you are singers, whether you are performance or whatever, you can create a fan base on YouTube for Artists. Now, obviously, I cannot cover everything about YouTube for Artists, but what I know about YouTube for Artists is that it allows you to track these kind of things. A little bit of engagement, especially for the stuff that you post out there. Okay. This is different from the YouTube analytics, which I'm going to show you as well, because this one really drills down a little bit more deeper and more succinct, especially for artist use. Okay. So you might want to search online what YouTube for Artists offers, because I think it's a great way for artists to showcase their talent. Okay, because when you make YouTube for Artists, you can have access to statistics and resources that promotes your band. There are more things that you can do, especially from the normal YouTube channel. You can also amplify it by directly engaging with millions of fans, and use the community. They create a community of artists when you use YouTube for Artists through all sorts of ways, like live videos, images, and so on and so forth. So this is a really, really new thing that YouTube has given out recently. Okay. The other thing that you can do is, if you're going to go professional, especially, try to think about setting up your LinkedIn page. I do not know of any person who is looking for a job these days that do not have a LinkedIn page. I like to call the LinkedIn page as the 4 Ps to the 4 Cs. We call it like a LinkedIn page is your professional way of getting contacts. It is also a way for you to promote, if let's say you have shows or performances, your concerts. Great way to publish good content. And if you are of the more affluent, you can also think about using your LinkedIn page to perform philanthropy and connect with other people as well to do those philanthropy events. So this is one of the important things I talk about in terms of digital branding. All right. Now I'm going to really explain to you a little bit about social media. What are some of the things I feel that you can do with social media that you can really, really engage? Um, these are things that a lot of people know, but I don't see a lot of people actually doing it successfully. Um, your social media is a place where you can find your audience. You like, you follow, you share. Okay, but remember, it is social media. That means it is not just about me, 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 me. So remember that you need to use social media to interact. Okay. There is a thing called the Pareto Rule. We like to call it the 80-20 rule. For every 20% of your own posts, try to share at least 80% of your love for everyone else. Comment, like, share posts, and so on and so forth. You will notice that the more that you and this is social media, you will notice that the more that you engage with other people, your post, whenever it comes out, people actually take notice of it because you have had activity on their posts. And that is actually a secret that a lot of social media don't want you to know. But I'm letting you know that the more you engage with other people's postings, and when you post out something, people actually take notice. And that's where the feed comes up on their feed, because you have engaged with them. So it comes up on their feed whenever you post out something. So that's just a tip for you there. Think about going live. Yeah, I know it can be daunting sometimes. The whole world is watching you like right now. I don't even know whether I'm talking it right, but let them know. Let them know that you're going live using a 24-hour Facebook story. My apologies. I know I forgot to do this because I was just so busy, but I'm live now. Make shows available online. You can also ask people to donate to you, either for a small fee, or you can even collect tips while people are talking to you. Reach your audiences physically who cannot attend a performance. There are so many people who want to travel, who want to go to your performances, but they can't. Now they can. Now you can bring your magic, your wonderful talent to them, because now they can enjoy you in the comfort of their own home, even if it's for a small fee. And I'm sure that they will really, really appreciate what you have for them. Okay. Um, it's like performing for a live audience. Obviously, you won't get the same like yay or claps and everything, accolades and so on and so forth. But just note that anything that you post out into the world, as long as it is sincere from the heart and that it really touches people's hearts, you will notice the love coming back. In some ways or other, the love will always come back to you if you send love out. That's how I believe what social media is all about. It's all about an opportunity for people to send love out and to receive love back. Okay. And you can use many, many different types of ways. Like now we're using the Facebook Live. I'm using StreamYard. I'm going to talk to you a little about StreamYard. Stage it, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live. There's so many different kind of things. And you can also connect with them if, let's say, you have a chat. So far, nobody's giving me any questions, so I think I am okay right now. um, so it's so easy to go live, guys. It's so very, very easy to go live. You know, all you need to do is, like I said, if you are professional performers, set up a uh, page. Yeah, just set up a page rather than using your own personal Facebook page. And then what you can do is go to this video here, this live here. Yeah, in case you have never done it before, you might want to try it. Make sure you set it to public. Yeah, don't like what I just did just now. The organizers asked me to go live, I went live, and then I was live, but I set it to private, so you couldn't see me the first few minutes. Thank God, the moderator, contacted me like, yeah, I can't see you. Set yours to public. So yeah, so just remember, if you want the world to see you, or if you can, or you can also set it to just friends. Yeah, you don't have to set it to public. You can also set it to just friends, but it's very easy. You know, if you're an inspirational person, a person who likes to share inspirational quotes, I think, um, I think the world wants to hear what you have to say, and I think it's very important for you to share your thoughts with people. Um, I know of people who are cancer survivors who use their Facebook platform to share inspirational quotes or inspirational thoughts on how they go through each day in their battle. Uh, in this day and age where people are going through COVID-19, some people actually use it as their own vlog, just to share their thoughts about what they are going through in terms of um, coping with the lockdown and so on and so forth. So it's really entirely up to you how you want to use your page, but use it with the intention of caring for others, and try not to use it to a level of narcissism, if I may use that term, because I do see that there is a fine line between sharing and also narcissism. So hopefully you guys will be able to judge for yourself where is the fine line. So the other thing that you can do when you are going live is chat with people. Okay, chat with people. Nobody is chatting with me right now, but it's okay, no worries. Virtual discussions are great because when you get chats, when you get people talking to you, you know that people are listening to you. And you can also use this time to promote merchandise. Yeah. While you're going live, you can say that, hey guys, for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to be showing you giving you a discount on this merchandise or that merchandise, and maybe you can also do an online auction. Think about it, you can do an online auction and invite them. You can also, during this time, when you're using the streaming thing, you can also invite people to be part of your show. Yeah. I'm sure if you have been following Unrestricted Stage, you have seen people who are the main presenters, and then they invite guest speakers on their show. That is showing love. That is really showing how people care for each other, and how people really respond to you, and you are telling them that, thank you for being such a super fan. I want to bring you and show the rest of the world that you are one of my super fans. And people really, really feel very, very um, appreciative, well, when they feel that. Other things also is, you can ask for donations. Now, the only caveat when you use Facebook to ask for donations is that Facebook requires you to set your page to be a non-profit organization. Okay, and a non-profit organization means that you need to also show, I think, 3 months of financial statements before they can actually approve you, and you can get this particular button here called a donate button. Yeah. Um, not to say it's not easy, but you do have to jump through a little bit of hoops before you can get this donate button. But think about doing fundraising now. If you are into fundraising, for example, you can think about using a non-profit organization, setting up a non-profit organization page. Okay, this is the part where you empower your fan base. Yeah, call to action. Okay, or it can also be a call to action to say, "Hey, I'm going to go live now. Please donate." In other ways as well. I also saw some. Performers in the unrestricted stage, they say that if you like what you watch, it's kind of like online busking. You give your bank details and say, please channel these bank details to channel money to these bank details. um, I'm also in the fitness industry, and I've seen some of my yoga friends who's teaching yoga, that when they go live, they also get people to send money to them, and then they get registered into a class, and then they send them a Zoom link, and then they can be online as well. Be in the class online as well. So these are also some things you can think about doing. Yeah. Um, don't restrict yourself with the amount of things that you can achieve online. um, Fortune favors the bold. Seriously, fortune really favors the bold, and being bold at this time is just trying everything once. You may fail, so what? I have failed. I have failed so many times, but I get up again. And the same thing with all of us. uh, the pandemic is not going to get us down. What the pandemic is going to do is just going to make us stronger, right? Now, I would like to share with you something that a good friend of mine shared with me before about goals. And this friend of mine said that whenever you set goals, whether it's social media engagement, make sure that you think about the SMART goals. Make sure it's specific, not too big, not too narrow, but really, really specific, and people know what is it that you are sharing or that you're trying to achieve. It has to be measurable, because if you don't measure your campaign or your thing that you're trying to achieve, then you won't know whether they are on the right track or not. Okay. One thing also about being measurable is that if, let's say, you roll out something and it doesn't work, or you get negative feedback, then you know that you need to change something. Yeah. So you don't go on and on and on until somebody says, hey, the whole thing is not working. But this is what you need to do, right, to make sure that it's measurable. I'm going to show you some tips again, like I said. Make sure it's achievable as well, that it's not too big. Make sure it's relevant, yeah, to who your audiences are. I'm trying to help by like this particular presentation. I've been told to share some of my thoughts, especially to people who have not gone online before. So I'm actually keeping it very simple and easy for people to use, to take in. So some of you who are maybe more techie, you might want to try other things as well. But I like to share this, especially to people who probably you feel that it's scary to go online. But this is what I would like to encourage you, that it doesn't have to be scary. Okay. And also make sure that it's timely. Okay. Now is the time for you to be able to go online. Now is the time for you to spend some time to really search through YouTube, Google, and just find out tips on how to go online. Things that suits you, of course. Yeah. Things that you can do and things that you want to do. Now, you may have a lot of social media, okay? You might have Facebook, like me, or LinkedIn, YouTube, and also an Instagram. By the way, my Instagram account is not very active. I've just recently started becoming active. Please link all of these together. Linking all of these together will let everybody know how you get from everywhere and anytime. In Facebook, they do give you a LinkedIn and a YouTube link. That's a great one. So try to link all your social media together. So on your website, probably you can do that. Now, very quickly, let me just go through other things that you can do. Strategize, educate, and communicate. Um, I like to say assess your marketing strategy, which means that assess your strategy. You know, it doesn't have to be marketing, but assess your strategy. And whatever that you do and you post, it makes sure that you are inspiring and educating. Okay. And like I said, as you measure the effectiveness, make sure you communicate and change wherever necessary. So, what are the things that you can do? Now, if you have a QR code scanner, you might want to scan this QR code right here. But again, like I said, you know, I can send these slides. If you really, really want these slides, do drop me a message. I can send these slides to you, no problem, for free. Yeah. Um, Set up a Google Analytics, because when you set up Google Analytics to your website, you can then track who are the people that are interacting with your website and with your social media. So this is a great way to find out what people are interested in. Okay, and I'm going to show you a bit of analytics later on, but not Google, but YouTube Analytics. All right. Then there is this thing called Google Trends. Okay. Now, Google Trends is a really, really popular way to analyze trending searches on Google. Okay. I like to say that knowledge and data is power. It is very important for us to know what is trending and when. I'm going to do a very simple demo if I have time with you later on. So I'm just showing you that this is Google Trends. Okay. Another thing is social mentions. Now, social mentions is really, really fun because you can find out what people are saying about a certain topic, all right? And I'm going to also show you a little bit about social mentions later on. Now, remember I told you guys about digital branding, okay? Think about creating QR codes. We call it quick response codes in marketing. Now, quick response codes are basically these little codes here where you can create and generate. And if, let's say, you are trying to save the environment, why not create your own digital QR code, your own V card, we call it the virtual card. Okay. Google has also released out very interesting things like the Google AR animals. But in order for you to use Google AR animals, you have to check whether your phone has this thing called the Google AR Core, which I'm sure it's very simple for you to download. Okay. The other thing is also the Google Lens. Yeah. Google Lens are basically a lifesaver, especially if you're traveling. You might want to think about, if let's say you are in overseas right now and you want to do something for the overseas market, you just have to get your fans to download the Google Lens, and then they can translate whatever you are writing in one language to their language, and they can also understand you. That's why I say, you know, with technology right now, everything is boundless. Yeah, everything is just boundless. Now, I've just told you about StreamYard. Now, Facebook Live and YouTube Live can only take you so far, but StreamYard is if you're using a free account, I'm actually using StreamYard right now. You can actually add things like a banner or you know, chat with people. And you see, Facebook Live, if let's say I were to share screen, I can only show you my PowerPoint, right? But now with StreamYard, I can show you my PowerPoint and my face as well. And I have to acknowledge Tina for giving me this tip before I went on Unrestricted Stage. She was the one who gave me the tip. I tried it out. And thank you, Tina, for this tip. So that's why I'm getting to you. So if you've not tried StreamYard before, please go ahead and give it a go as well. Yeah. So you can stream simultaneously. Now, another tip I like to share with you is using activities online and putting it all together into one particular website. Now, in education, we like to call it I would say a place where the students can interact with each other. But that doesn't mean that you cannot use it for performing arts as well. Okay, educational stuff that you can use. Now, again, I have a Padlet that you can also look at all the information and all the websites on Padlet that I have put the QR code here and also the link. I'm going to show you what a Padlet is. Yeah, but poll everywhere is something that you can do to create very quick polls if you want to interact with people. And if let's say you want to create like really interactive online quizzes, you can also use Kahoot, Quizlet, and Quizzes. It's very simple to use. You just have to take some time to set it up. That's all. I'm going to show you a little bit about my YouTube page. Now, remember branding, okay? Branding is very important. So that's why even if you set up a YouTube page, make sure that the page represents you, okay? And don't be afraid, you know, to really share with people who you are. I created a video that tells people who I am. But in that video, I also inspire people to do things that's outside of their comfort zone. And this is a great way that I can also track people's engagement with my YouTube. All right. Now, I'm going to end very soon by showing you some things. But before I do that, let me just stop sharing. I'm gonna go to let's see, StreamYard. I want to share with you guys. Oh my gosh, Nikki. Sorry, I just saw you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Nikki. I just saw you. Oh, thank you, thank you. As you link all these channels together, FBIGs, which channel will be your main conduit? Uh, I would say, VJ, your website will be your main platform, but don't just restrict yourself to that, because I think you have to decide again what works for you. Try out everything, you know. Try out everything. Yeah, just try everything. Okay. Okay, so I want to show you guys something right now. Let's see, share screen. I'm going to share with you Google Trends. Yeah, I love playing with Google Trends. Okay, so Google Trends, here we go. Now, I'm into fitness, and recently, you know, after the MCO, the government said, oh, we're going to open up all the gyms, right? So I'm going to show you what people did. Okay, let's go and look for Malaysia first. Yeah, this is Google Trends. Malaysia kat mana? Malaysia. Okay. Okay. So I'm in Malaysia, and I'm just gonna find fitness first. Okay. I spell it right. Okay. I can change this to the past, say 7 days, maybe. Yeah, just 7 days, or no lah. Maybe yeah lah. 7 days will be enough lah. 7 days enough lah. 7 days. Okay. Now, one thing good about Google Trends is that you can see the number of searches from Malaysia about fitness first, yeah, day to day, and also cut down by timing, okay? And you notice that most of the searches come from Selangor, because fitness first is really concentrated in Selangor. I don't know why Johor is searching for fitness first. We don't have fitness first in Johor, as far as I know lah. And also some related topics to the related search. One of the cool things, of course, is you can compare with competitors. So let me put celebrity fitness. And then I also want to put in Chi fitness. Okay, Chi fitness. Huh? Now, check this out. You know, the comparison. Wow. You know, the red color, I think the red color is celebrity fitness. You see the celebrity fitness has more peaks in comparison with the other fitness gyms, okay? And then you can also see the breakdown of the search related searches as well, and also by sub-regions. Now, if I were to add in home fitness, of course, not so high lah, because maybe I think the gym's all open already. That's why. But what I'm trying to show you is that Google Trends is really, really a great way for you to look out and save people. Is this saved? Yes, yes, Nikki, don't worry, it's saved. I check and check and check, make sure that it's saved. Don't worry, it's saved. And yeah, so don't worry. Thank you so much, Nikki. It's been so long I haven't seen you. Okay. What else do I want to share with you? I want to share with you. Yes. So there is also a Google. A QR code generator. A QR code generator, which I can show you here. Right. So think about a Google code, a QR code generator. You know, if let's say you have a very long QR code that you want to generate. Now, the best thing is just find whatever. Let's say, for example, anyone. Okay, so this is my digital branding website that I just copy and pasted. Yeah, and they will automatically show you the QR code here. And what you can do is you can just easily go to a snipping tool if you have a snipping tool and just snip this, yeah, and copy and paste, and that's it. You know, and everybody doesn't have to like type in your whole what do you call this, your whole website, and then they can just use the QR code and just type in the QR code. So no problem. It's very, very easy, very, very simple. Again, you know, if you have any questions, can't cover everything right now, but if you have any questions, please send me an email. It's on my I will show you the email later on. Okay. Let's see, what else can I show you? Oh yes, social mentions. Right. I said I want to show you social mentions. Okay, social mentions. Where are you? Oh no. I can't find my social mentions. I think I got too many. Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry, I found it. Okay. I want to find out what people are talking about this guy. Don't kill me, ah. Don't kill me, ah. I mean, just for fun, just for fun. Search. Search, loading. Searching content from the whole universe. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Um, oh my God, he actually has a lot of positive reviews. Oh, never mind. Neutral reviews and negative reviews. So they also give you mostly the social mentions tell you things from RSS feeds from the whole world. Yeah, from the whole world. So you can actually see where the searches come from, where the mentions come from most of the time. So you can also play around with social mention. Yeah, it's really, really fun to play around with social mention. Okay. Another one I want to show you is digital branding. Yes, my Padlet. Okay, so I just want to show you my Padlet wall, which I use a lot in my teaching, in fact. Yeah. Okay, this one. Yeah. Now, this is actually a Padlet wall that I created for all of you. I wanted to try and get really interactive with you, but because I think of the constraints, so never mind. So this is a Padlet wall where you can create posts, and then underneath the post you can create links to websites. You can also put up videos, very short videos, but note that videos that you put up on Padlet is only 25 meg, and I think not too long. Yeah. So for example, if let's say I want to put a post up here, I can either post up a Google item from Google, or I can post up a picture. If let's say I want to take a picture of me. Yeah, I can say start my camera. If let's say I've got my camera right now. Oh, sorry, world facing camera. You can see my window right now. Okay, so it's my camera. Yay! 3, 2, 1, smile. Yay. Okay. And then I can change it to like grayscale or sepia or whatever. I can enter a caption like my ugly look, you know, and they will save my photo. And here's my photo. There it is. Yay. Okay. And also not just photo. I mean, I can also put up a video as sorry. Ooh, a video as well. You see the three dots here. These are all the things that you can put up on your Padlet, and you can engage with your friends and your fans as well. So let's see if I put up a film, for example. Yes, I want to use the microphone. Yes, and then I will just capture and say, "Hi everyone, this is Unrestricted Stage, and my name is Derek Dunn." Okay, then playback and save. You can close this. Oh, sorry. Save the video, and the video is being saved, and it will show up right here as well. So Padlet is so fun. And especially if you're an educator, but also if you're a performing artist, you can really use Padlet and engage all your friends. Okay. All right. Another thing, one last thing before I close. I was supposed to open up for questions. If you have any questions, please do give me questions. Can you post up the links on your Padlet and to the serve? Yes. They are all there actually. Yes, Vijay, they are all there. I will send the slides to you guys, to Vijay, and then I don't know how you guys can send the slides out to everybody, because all the information is there on the Padlet. Yeah, all the information is there on the Padlet. Yeah, because I purposely put it up all in the Padlet so that all of you can get. Okay, one last thing is I think I'm going to just close right now. Okay, let me just finish off with the last few sections of my slides. Okay. So I want to encourage all of you that there is this paper that I read from the Dr. Ben Wemsley. He's the associate professor of cultural performances, University of Leeds, in digital engagement. See, digital engagement has really pushed us artists to think about what we put out there, to be succinct and not flim-flammery. We have to now be really original and really creative if we want to stand out. That's what digital space has pushed us to. And you're only limited by your imagination. And I want to encourage all of you that voices are definitely going to sing again. Instruments are definitely going to play again. Dancers are going to dance again. Actors are going to perform again. But it's only in what form? Okay? So some key takeaways I want to just share with you of my sharing today is that you need to understand things are going to change and recognize the opportunities within them and really act on them. Remember to always build your online presence well and know how your brand stands out among the rest. And always make it easy for people to find you. Okay. Think about the use of social media, the power that it has by involving your audiences, and measure its effectiveness. And always remember to try out new things. Never be afraid to try out new things. Okay. Never ever be afraid to try out new things. And again, like I said, if you want to talk to me, please, this is my QR code. I try not to give out my cards right now, and that's my work email, by the way. You can send me an email, but it'd be nice if I can connect with you on social media as well, because I respond to social media quite easily, unless if I'm not too busy. But I would really want to take this opportunity to thank Unrestricted Stage and the whole team, Tina, Barry, Vijay, and the rest of the whole team for really caring about the performing arts fraternity, and for really giving them a space to showcase their arts. Art needs to be alive, and art needs to continue to survive even through this pandemic. So please remember to support each other. Please remember to give as much as you can. And please remember to always hold each other up. Okay? So a big shout out to everyone that has just been nominated for the Bo Cameronian Awards. All the best to all the nominees. And thank you very much. I shall see you guys again when I see you. So thanks, Vijay. Bye, everyone. Bye, Nikki. Bye, everyone, for watching.